Hello, my name is Lisa Feldstein. I'm a health and fertility lawyer, and if you're wondering, yes, I am filming this right before Christmas. So in this video, I want to answer a very common question that I get, which is, when do I need a lawyer? When it comes to surrogacy, most people know lawyers are involved at some point in the process, but they don't really know when. So I will tell you in this video, and this applies certainly in Ontario. I imagine it's true for the rest of the provinces in Canada. If you're watching from outside of Canada, or your surrogate will be delivering the baby outside of Canada, the rules can be a little bit different. But within my practice anyway, I usually don't need to speak with clients until the surrogate has been given the green light by the clinic. And what do I mean by that? So there's two main components that I'm looking for. One is that the clinic has done all of the medical testing for the surrogate to know that any kind of risk that she would be facing would be no more than a typical kind of healthy pregnancy, or whatever the risk is. The physician at the clinic has deemed it to be acceptable, and the surrogate has consented to that, and they've considered any risk factors to the baby. So there's that physical testing. There can be blood work and ultrasounds and all the stuff that they need to do to say physically they're giving the green light. But we are also generally going to have counseling that's done. And that's really screening not for the physical, but the emotional, mental side of being a surrogate, because there's a lot to talk about. The counseling is something that usually the surrogate will go through and the intended parents will go through. Sometimes the surrogate's partner is part of that. Sometimes they meet together and apart. But the goal of that is to ensure everyone is on the same page. So even before getting to the contract, that is an amazing opportunity to talk about things that could become conflicts down the road. For example, what are a surrogate's views on abortion? If genetic testing during early stage of the pregnancy reveals a very serious issue, the intended parents may decide to terminate the pregnancy. And is the surrogate going to be okay with that? Is she going to consent? Or is there going to be a values clash, and there would be a huge problem and be so difficult for everyone, it would probably be better not to proceed at all. So before even getting to the legal stage, it's good to have those tough conversations and figure out, is there a values alignment with certain things that are difficult? What does everyone want the process to look like? What do they want the relationship to look like after the birth? And the people who perform the counseling, very often they're social workers, sometimes they're psychologists, but there are people trained and experienced in this area. They have a lot of knowledge about fertility and infertility and surrogacy. So they have those conversations, and then they let the clinic generally know that the surrogate has been given the green light. She's passed the counseling. That is when the legal starts. Medical and counseling both done, and the clinic gives the green light and says, go get your surrogacy contract done. Come back when that's signed, because then we're ready to go ahead with an embryo transfer. So I hope that answers the question. Once the clinic gives the green light is the short answer, but medical screening and counseling to be done is generally what we need for as lawyers to get going on the contract. Otherwise, we could start the contract early in theory. It's just then the parties run the risk of finding out that the surrogate has not been approved. And at that point, the parties have now possibly wasted time and money on a legal process that they didn't need to go through. So I hope that you've learned something new. If you are watching this in December 2020, happy holidays, and I will see you in the next video.